Grace and peace to all of you that are viewing this video out there. This is your brother John, also known as Rick. And today I'm bringing this video because I want to invite you to my new channel that's actually been online for the last 3 weeks. It's called Logos Disciple. And this is a channel that I put up where I'm going to be doing verse by verse Bible commentary on different books of the Bible. The first one is the book of Romans, and I'm doing in Spanish. This is a bilingual channel, so everything that I'm doing in Spanish I will be doing in English, and as we speak I'm preparing the introduction to Romans in English, and I hope to have it out in the next few days, and thereafter every few days be putting up a video. And well, you're probably wondering, why would anybody at this point in time be making a channel for Bible study when Bible study really isn't that popular at this moment? And I can tell you from my experiences being a Sunday school teacher for the last 30 odd years, I've seen a steady decline in the study of, well, the assistance in Bible study, in Sunday school, gone down considerably. But there's been a faithful remnant that are always faithful and are always want to learn the Word of God. Also, maybe it's the same experience in your church too, depending on who your pastor is and how good of a Bible teacher he is. Bible study in my church has gone down considerably too. It's just really gone down to the point where it's really an on and off thing. It's not it used to be every Thursday night for years and years, and then it went to Tuesday night, and only be certain Tuesday nights, and the pastor would preach and teach. So I don't really have great expectations as far as building an audience. Between the friends I have right now on Facebook, I don't think I really reach very many people. But I'm going to ask you, even though you personally may not have the time or the inclination for this type of Bible study, I would appreciate it if you would at least give it a look, give it a share, even if you subscribe and if you're not going to look at it. Because if you can at least spread the word between your friends, maybe I can find some audience within your friends. Maybe you know people that know Spanish that don't know English, so they can benefit too. So that's what I have to offer, really. And I hope that you'll consider me at least. I'm not a well-known person or anything like that. I'm not famous. I'm not a famous pastor. I don't have a ministry. I'm just a simple teacher that has been studying the Word for a long time, but I think that you might enjoy it. The book of Romans, which is the first book we're studying right now, is the longest epistle of Paul. They say that it's his Magna Carta, that it's his most eloquent expression of really a biblical doctrine of justification by faith, the righteousness of God. There's really so much doctrine in it, and we're living in a time where there's so much lack of Bible doctrine, and people have gone off the rails and teaching things that are really not biblical, you know. And I'm surprised too. I've seen a couple of videos of people that are saying, well, this isn't biblical, that isn't biblical, and they have a certain arrogance about them, you know, that like they have the last word, and you know, and they really know what they're talking about. And really, anytime you're talking about the scriptures, I think you have to have some amount of humility, you know. I don't think anybody can have the absolute last word on any matter when we're talking about biblical topics or doctrines or whatever. But I think if you really have a serious and a thorough study, I think you can come to some good conclusions, and you can separate the wheat from the tares, so to speak, you know. If you really involve yourself in prayer and considerate study, you can come to the correct conclusions, and you will be able to help maybe friends of yours, acquaintances, your brothers and sisters in the Lord who may be off on some of these false doctrines that are really part of the day we're living. You know, Paul even said that in the latter days there'd be a lot of teachers that would be preaching, you know, tickling people's ears, you know, giving them, you know, what they want, you know, rather than what they need, and rather what the Word says. There's too many people giving their opinions about things, but they're really not actually saying, "Thus saith the Lord." This is what the Bible actually says. So once again, I invite you at least give me a look over it. Maybe you may not be interested, or maybe you're already following too many people. I understand that too. I'm kind of late into the game. But even if you can't consider me or don't have the space because you're already too engaged with other channels, I understand it. But at least help me reach other people that may be interested. So I ask you to give a like, subscribe, share, whatever you can do to help me, and maybe I can be a blessing to others. So with that, I invite you to subscribe, and in this week I'll have the first video out on Romans. Also, I noticed a lot of people that have seen my videos, nobody's actually given me any kind of commentary, any kind of feedback. So that would be greatly appreciated too, if you could just any kind of comment, any observation, any suggestion, any helpful criticism would really be appreciated. So with that, also, if there's any topics that you've seen on the internet that maybe need to be addressed or may need to be rebutted, let me know what they are. Also, I'd like to know what Bible version are you using, because when I do the study I plan on using the English Standard Version, but I'd like to know what versions you are using. So with that, I'll say goodbye, God bless you, and I hope to see you soon on this channel.